Hey, how's it going? David Taub here with NextLevelGuitar.com. Hope all is going well, and I hope your guitar and musical journeys are going famously. And I'm coming to you today from my studio here in San Diego, California, and I'm in the little lounge area that I set up at the studio. I have a little couch, little chill area where I sit and write riffs and reflect and, write music and whatnot, and sometimes I shoot videos from here too. And today I'm going to talk about something that's really going to help you along in your guitar and musical journey, especially if you're more earlier on in your guitar journey, right? And this is something that might be a little bit unexpected because when you hear, hey, this one thing's really going to help propel you along, and what is it? And you probably think it's some type of technique thing or something you could do with the actual physical guitar, right? What do I do? What do I do, right? And it's something a little bit different, right? So what I'm talking about is this. Okay, I'm talking about guitar stands, and you got to get one, right? The whole concept is about leaving your guitar out, right? I've been telling this to my students for years and years and years. It makes such a big difference because what do we often do at times when we're first starting on guitar? Remember, when I'm talking about first starting on guitar, a lot of it early on in your playing journey is getting over the physics of the instrument, right? Getting your hand to bend into those chord shapes. Because no matter what genre of music you play, pretty much, the beginner basics for guitar is pretty much the same. You got to learn how to hold the guitar, you got to learn how to hold the pick, you got to learn your fret hand technique, how to finger chords, you got to learn how to strum with rhythm and then changing chords, right? So the beginner curriculum is pretty simple no matter what genre. And of course, the most important thing is having a structured curriculum and knowing what to practice and having good practice routine. But that's kind of a given, okay? So this is something a little bit extra. And throughout this video, I'll probably mention chord changing a lot. And I know that's one of the more challenging things in early on guitar playing, right? And if you need some help with that, I could really help you. Click on the link in the YouTube description box below. I'll send you a killer extended play video lesson. It's not on YouTube with my essential chord changing technique tips because it's all about that technique. I'll make it really easy. Exercises, packed with exercises, and it'll get your chord changing blasted to the next level quickly. I'll even pair it with an ebook which has more chord charts in it, more lessons, more exercises. Fabulous 1-2 punch. Send them both to you for free. Video lesson ebook, just click on that link below. So a lot of times what we do is when we get done playing our guitars or we get back from our lesson or whatever, we take the guitar, we put it in the case, we close the case, pack up the case, and then we put it in the closet, out of the way, we put it under the bed, or wherever you store it, in your garage, whatever. Hopefully not in your garage because there might be humidity issues, hot and cold, things like that. However, I digress. Point being, you don't want to do that because so much about guitar earlier on in the earlier on stages, getting over the physics of the instrument requires you to put your hands on that guitar a lot. The more you can play, the more you can put your hands on the guitar, the better. And I'm not talking about like you need like an hour chunk of time. Those little 5-10 minute patches during the day where we all have a little bit of time that we just end up wasting away. 10 minutes before dinner's ready, 5 minutes before you leave to go to work, 10 minutes before you put the kids to bed, 10 minutes before you got to go to school, right? 5 minutes before you're going out at night. Whatever, 10 minutes before your clothes are done in the dryer. Whatever, those little pockets of time, we all have them. Those are amazing little opportunities you have to grab your guitar and go through some exercises. Grab your guitar, practice your strumming. Grab your guitar, right, and play some chords. You're not going to do that if in your mind's like, I got to go get the guitar, I got to unpack it, I got to pull it out from the closet, I got to put it back. You know what I mean? It makes it so much easier if it's on a stand in the room you're in most, grab it, do your thing, put it right back. You will find that you will be picking it up and playing it so much more. And I get emails from students all over the world who tell me that's one of the best tips they ever got. So get yourself a guitar stand, and I'm going to go over some different types of stands. Actually, you can do it two ways. Either get a guitar stand and leave your guitar out in the room you're in most, or get a guitar hanger, like I'll have some pictures here, and hang your guitar on the wall. I mean, guitars, to me, they're like works of art anyway, so they look great when they're hung on the wall, right? Just be careful when you're hanging it on the wall. You want to make sure that you put those screws into studs or use anchors to secure it to the wall, so it's super secure so it doesn't come out, right? So either have it hanging on the wall and it's beautiful, or have it on a stand. And then when you have those little breaks during the day, grab that guitar. When you have that 5-10 minutes, and those little 5-10-15 minute pockets during the day really add up. You'll be amazed, You don't necessarily need an hour chunk of time all at once. I mean, who has that? Everybody's so busy. But we all have those little 5-10-15 minute little packages of time, those little little time that we usually spend just wasting away. Put it into the guitar. Grab it, put it back down on the stand. So what kind of guitar stand should you get? I have some examples of some here. The biggest thing, of course, now if we're talking about putting your guitar on the floor as opposed to a wall hanger, the biggest thing is stability. You really want the guitar stand to be stable, and you really want it to hold your guitar to where it's not going to get knocked over or damaged. A few examples. These stands I really like. These are probably my favorite. These are made by a company called Ultra. I got these a long time ago. I don't even think they make these anymore, but notice a couple of things. First of all, notice the amount of this bottom piece that's sitting on the floor. It's a lot. It's not just sitting at a couple of points. It has a whole bar on each side, so they're very stable. This is for an electric guitar because the cradle here is narrow, only fit the slim body electric. Acoustic ones have larger little U channels. I'll show you that in a minute. But this, listen to this too. You'll hear how heavy duty these are. When I take that in and out, you hear that? Right? That has spring loaded. This is tubular, but it's steel. It's very solid. Now this stand is a little heavier, so some might think this is a little cumbersome if you're going to take it to gigs or out on road. But if you're in your house or office or studio, whatever, these are great because they're heavy duty and they're really sturdy. You have to pay a little bit extra for these. These might be 40, 50 bucks as compared to a 15, 20, $30 stand. Nice padding. I've had this for years and years. It's showing a little bit of wear, but it's still protective, and that's the whole thing. You want the nice cushion. You don't want any metal exposed that could potentially scratch your guitar. So check out these. Again, these fold down for easier storage. And then you have, these are very popular, that are like the tripod point guitar stands where they sit on the ground at 3 points. And I don't think these are as sturdy as the other ones, but these work too. Again, this is for electric guitar because the channel here is narrow. I'll show you the acoustic one. These are much lighter, okay, and these fold up. So they're fold up for easy storage, right? Look at that, it folds up like almost into nothing. They do a good job. Again, if you're just going to sit it and leave it there, they're pretty sturdy. Not as sturdy as the other ones, not as heavy duty, but still good. They have these foam contacts to keep your instrument protected. I've had this a long time, and again, it's not really showing a lot of wear. So that's good. Now, the acoustic version of that is this. It's basically the same exact thing. This is made by a company called Fret Rest. Now, but notice the channels here are wider for a wider body, you know, whether it be a acoustic guitar or even like a semi-hollow body or full hollow body, a wider based guitar. Same thing, it's a little longer for support, but again, it has that 3 points of contact, these are pretty good. The stands that I don't like, and I'll show you a picture of one, are the ones with the tubular ones that come up and kind of cradle the neck of the guitar. I'm not a big fan of those. Some people do like them. The reason I don't like them as much is that a few reasons. Number one, they tip over a lot easier than something like this, you know? So if you kick it, it could go over. The other reason is that little piece of rubber that holds the guitar in from falling out, you know, if you lose that, then you're done, because that could make it so when the guitar could come forward. Another reason I don't like that is they use these plastic little inserts and foam cushioning. I lost one of those once. It came off after a while, and then so it left that exposed edge, and it scratched a few of my guitars because I didn't notice it was gone. Right? So you have to be careful of that. So I'm really not a fan of those. Those are probably more like a $20 stand. Right? I would spend a little bit more money, you know, your guitar investment, get something decent. And hey, if you got a second, please subscribe to the channel. You know, subscribing to the channel really helps us to keep bringing the content, and then you'll be notified when we have new lessons posted. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you like this video. Let me know what lessons you'd like to see coming up. And if you like the video, please click the like button. Give it a thumbs up, share it, and thank you so much for your support. They also make stands, like if you just want to use them, throw them in like your guitar bag, in the gig bag, and take it with you, which is a good idea if you go to a rehearsal or a jam session or a gig. And they make some really interesting ones. This is a nice one by D&A. Look how narrow this folds up. Super light. Again, it might not offer the support of the heavy dutier one, but check this out. It's pretty, it just kind of opens up like that, and you click it, and there's your cradles, right? And instead of having like the foam, it's more like a rubber part here, and here to protect the guitar. Super lightweight, incredibly portable, small. They fold up really easy, and look at that. Throw it right in your case. and then you have an easy stand. So all of these examples that I showed you, and there's lots more examples online, right? They will all get the job done, and they're all, you know, you can get between 15 and 50 bucks. Or again, you can get the wall hangers, which are really cool too, and display your guitars like works of art. The whole point being, leave your guitar out. And if possible, put it in the room that you're in most. And when you have that spare few 10, 5, 15 minutes, you'll be so much more open. Plus, it puts it in your mind too. That's the other thing. You know, when your guitar is out of sight in the closet, you know, you may not be thinking about it that much. You may not be thinking, oh man, I got to prepare for my lesson, or I got to practice. Oh, I want to get, you know, I want to learn this song. But if you see your guitar, there's that mental connection there. I got to work on this. I want to get this down, right? It almost guilts us into playing it, which, because we all want to get better and we all want to, you know, do whatever our guitar and musical goals are. We want to reach them. Keep your guitar readily available for you, locked and loaded at a moment's notice. It makes a big difference, right? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. That really helps us keep bringing the content, and also then you'll be notified when we have new lessons posted. And don't forget, click on that link in the YouTube description box below. I'll send you a free video lesson and ebook on killer essential chord changing techniques, exercises, ebook packed. It'll really help you along your guitar journey. And if you want to check out some of my original music, I recently released a record with my original band Mindcell. We're based out of San Diego, California. I think it's some of the best music I've ever written. It's a slamming record. I'd love for you to hear it. It's streaming on all the platforms. I'll put links to that below. Check it out. And then if you have any questions on, you know, the songs, or maybe the gear I used, or the studio production, drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support over the years and years. So appreciated. Stay tuned. I got tons more killer content and lessons coming soon. Keep up all that hard work on those guitars. Keep having fun with them. And remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. So enjoy the journey. Take care, rock on. See you in the next lesson.